ensure that the tariff they give consumers is in line with the regulation that is stipulated by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission.
Okay.
They must ensure that they don't, give higher tariff. They don't give tariff that is above what is stipulated by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. Because, like I said earlier, that the responsibility, electricity industry is that which is highly regulated.
Okay.
Nothing happens. Tariffs are regulated, caps are regulated, everything. You understand? Or even this electricity consumer right that we're even teaching you about is also brought to us by the direct sector regulator.
Oh.
So everything is something that is regulated. It's not something that the distribution company will wake up and just come up with what they feel they should dish out to the consumers. So let's understand that these are the responsibilities of the distribution company, and we don't want to hear from the consumers again that they are asked to replace a transformer, they are asked to repair a transformer, or they are asked to replace a pole. It is not the responsibility of the consumers. And like we've always said, that if the distribution company cannot provide this equipment at any point in time, they should activate the investment in network area.
Okay.
Whereby if the consumers invest in their network, the consumers will get a subsequent reimbursement. And also let me add, because so that the distribution company and consumers will also know that it is also the responsibility of the distribution company to meter you.
Okay.
And when I say this, we say with all sense of responsibility, in as much as there are different intervention programs that has to do with metering, it does not stop the responsibility of this distribution company to meter their consumers. And that's why even when consumers key into a program like the meter asset providers, it's expected that the consumers will even get a subsequent reimbursement of what they have invested in metering. And the meters, that's why even the distribution company come for inspection, because it is their property. They are even the ones who install it. You understand? So let us get this clear. Whenever we even key into, for example, the meter asset providers, it is expected that this distribution company will give us a subsequent reimbursement. So let us understand. And because we've said it, that the reason why we do this program is to empower you as electricity consumers to engage with these distribution companies so that you will get good service. And then we said that if you engage them and then you're still dissatisfied with the outcome of whatever you engage them, you can escalate it to us. And remember also, as electricity consumers, that you can complain on any issue at all. Okay, I'm actually entering the responsibilities of electricity consumers.
Okay. Yes, that's actually why we're here today, to talk about the responsibilities of electricity consumers. That was a recap so that at least people will be following what we've been doing, and then the education we've been giving them to know their rights and their responsibilities. So now, Mrs. Bridget, please, we know that we as consumers, we also have our responsibilities. Yes, and maybe I, for one, who is a consumer, would say one of the responsibility is to ensure that I pay my bills on time. So I think that is one of the responsibilities. I don't think I know anyone other than this one. So I don't know if there are others that we need to know as consumers.
You are correct. You understand? Yes, you have a responsibility of timely payment of your electricity bill. And it is very, very important. Let's talk about this payment of bill. If we want the economy to flourish, we want service, we want to be served. As electricity consumers, we need to pay for the services that is being given to us. We need to pay for the electricity we consume. We know when it comes to this issue of bill payments, consumers who are unmetered are the ones who actually have this responsibility. But so that you don't misunderstand me, it doesn't mean that the metered consumers will not also, the metered consumers have their own. Your own is to go and vend. It is something that we need to all do it so that we enjoy this electricity supply. If we don't pay our bills, the distribution companies will not be able to function well. We need to pay our bills, and paying our bills has to be timely. And we must ensure that we don't, fail to pay the services. We don't we don't need to fail to pay for the energy that we have used.
Exactly.
If we have used energy, let's ensure that we pay for it. It is very important. And as electricity consumers, one of the things that we need to also do is to ensure that when we see any form of illegality that is happening in our environment, we report to the distribution company. And if we should avoid tampering insulation. If we tamper with the insulations, we will not be served well. And let's avoid bypassing as electricity, consumers.
Okay.
We should not. And then if you see anybody bypassing, you have a duty to report such bypass.
Okay.
And we should ensure that we comply with the rules in respect to connection and disconnection. When we need to be connected, we need to provide all the necessary information and documents that is required for us to be connected. It is important. And then we should ensure that as electricity consumers, we do things that will avoid disconnection.
Okay.
If you pay, most of the reason why you'll be disconnected is when you are found to bypass the electricity, when you do bypass. Just put it like this.
Exactly.
Or when you don't pay your bills. So you need to, like I said earlier, the most important of all your responsibilities to pay for the energy. You understand? Because if you pay for the energy, you will not even think about bypassing. So it is very important. And then let's ensure that when we're not giving bills, we request for these bills to be given to us. I tell you, there was a time that we had one engagement program in Benin. The consumer came to complain that he was not billed. And then he went to the office, give me bill, and the distribution company will not give him bill. The next thing he saw was a disconnection. Do you understand? How do you expect a consumer to pay if you don't give him bill? And this is a consumer who was even proactive. He reached out to the distribution company. And we were so surprised because we went in through their system, because when we have our engagement program, they usually will come with all their system. And we checked and saw that the last time this consumer was even billed was sometimes around July. So, and this consumer was willing to pay, but the bills were not given.
Okay.
So, in as much, like we said earlier, we said the distribution companies have the responsibility to collect their revenues, and that includes bills. So, as consumers, we should also ensure that whenever we're not giving bills, we ask for it.
Okay.
And then we should ensure that even our receipts that we have paid is given to us. And it is like we've always said, that the receipts is the only evidence to show that any transaction between you and the service provider or a product seller has taken place.
Exactly, absolutely.
So it is very, very important. And then another key thing that consumers have to know, what they need to do, is also to ensure that when they are leaving their premises, very important, they inform the distribution company. On this platform, we have had several calls on how consumers leave accumulated bills, and then the new tenants that will come
will inherit
it. So as one of your responsibility, good electricity consumer for that matter, you need to inform the distribution company. And it is also to protect yourselves too. So because if you know that you are not even owing your landlord, let the distribution company know. It is not when you have moved to another apartment and your bill, because like we've said, if you inform the distribution company, if you are even owing the distribution company, a payment plan will be arranged for you.
Absolutely.
That you will be paying. Otherwise, it will become a subject of litigation. You don't want to move to a new house and then you are called upon to go to court to do all things that ordinarily you will have avoided. So it is very important for us as electricity consumers to ensure that we do what is expected of us so that we get good services.
Okay.
It is very important.
All right, thank you very much for this education, Mrs. Bridget. If you would permit me to open the telephone line so that people would call into the program and also, make their own contribution as well and ask questions if they have any for you.
Very well, of course.
Okay.
We enjoy getting calls from consumers.
Exactly. All right, if you want to join us on the program, the Fccpc Hour on Human Rights Radio and Television, 101.1 FM. The number to call is 090 99 30 1011. The number to call is 090 99 30 1011. Please remember to turn down the volume of your radio or the gadget you're listening or watching this program if you want to call in to contribute or ask any questions. And don't forget, we're talking about the responsibilities of electricity consumers. Now, last week we talked about the responsibilities of electricity distribution companies. So now you as a consumer, we've talked about your own responsibilities, now what you are supposed to do. So if you have any questions with regards to that or you need more clarification, please call us on this number. Okay, we have a caller. Let's speak and see who is here with us. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Jeremiah. I'm calling from Taraba State.
Okay, Jeremiah Iremia from Taraba State. Please go ahead.
Yes. My question to you, the people, is that there was a mother paying my bill. And before I discover, I go find my bill. They say my bill has lost for NEPA office.
Okay.
They don't find my bill, they don't see my bill. And the second complaint, every month, the bill is going higher, the bill is not stable. It cannot come down, it cannot reduce what I'm paying from 4,500 to 5,500, from 5,500 to 6,000, from 6,000. The bill is not stable, it's going higher to higher. I want to ask the question, the electricity bill is not stable, it will not come down, it's better to higher every time higher bill. That's my question to you. And I don't actually know the bill that I pay, that they have discovered that they receive nowhere to fund in their own office, receive loans there. You see, one of their staff that decided to keep the money and that's that they no issue me the bill. I don't know.
Okay, Mr.
The second, the bill is not stable.
I need to.
It's higher. All the time they increase the money, or every month they increase the money.
Okay, Mr. Iremia, Jeremiah, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
But the line is breaking, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, I wanted to find out, did you pay cash to them? Was it in their office you made this payment?
They normally bring the receipt, the liberty from the office. I give them the money for them to return the receipt. They don't return the receipt, they pay another receipt. They are pay one.
Okay.
That one receipt, I not get the exact one.
Okay,
I not follow them down to their neighbor office.
Okay.
They find the receipt, they say they not see the receipt.
Okay.
For the last one.
Okay, I understand, and that's a mistake from you. Next time, don't ever give them money. As you are giving them money, they must ensure that they give you an evidence of payment. You don't give them money and then you expect them to bring back receipts. I don't know that kind of process they are doing.
And you see, excuse me, the way that they normally do it, if they bring the neighbor, they will see how much of it. They don't collect from my house, they write the amount that I pay for them. They say the receipt is not there, it's not ready. Then they will carry the liberty and the money go to their head office.
Okay.
So there they issue there the receipt from their head office. Because they will bring the receipt from my house.
Okay, that means that they come to your house to collect the money. Is that so?
Yes.
Okay, that's.
They bring the liberty from my house.
Okay.
Then I give them the money. They write the money for the back of the liberty.
Okay.
But then they will not carry and go back to their office.
Okay.
They receive that, yes, I will pay so amount, is where they receive law.
Okay, I understand. So I'm telling you that next time, don't pay any money to them in the house. When you want to pay your bill, take it to their office. Do Do you understand? Take your money to their office. As you are giving them money, they are giving you receipts. But I'm going to take this one as a feedback, and I will engage with your distribution company concerning the practice.
Why? The second question, why all the time, every month the NEPA bill is higher?
Okay, that I also understand. I also understand, when it comes to your bills, what is expected is that you must be billed in line with the regulation. Do you understand? Regulation, when we talk about the regulation, we're talking about the capping. We're talking about the tariff. Do you understand? And for you as an electricity consumer, you also have the right to contest your bill, which is what you are doing. So what I can advise you is to write a complaint and tell them that they are billing you don't understand why your bill keeps going high. Do you understand?
You see, the issue of a prepared meter to buy, I have interest more than them, but they cannot give you because of the chicken that my house, I don't have anything to control about interest. But the problem that, major problem that I will have for them, if they give a prepared meter, they will be cheaper.
Okay.
I must buy prepare meter from their hand.
Okay.
They dribble me.
Okay, Mr.
Prepare meter is no day market.
No, I understand. I understand now. Mr. I understand. Okay, just listen. What you will do after this program? You will need to call our official line, and I will engage with you so that we'll see how you get a prepaid meter. You need to get a prepaid meter if you are ready to get one. If you are ready to access a prepaid meter through the meter asset providers, we will ensure that you get one, Mr. Iremia. So we will give you our official line or our official contact, how you engage with the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. You are going to write a letter of complaint, and then we'll provide intervention concerning your complaint. I assure you that if they have meter in your distribution company, you will get a meter.
Okay.
Yeah, so just keep listening to the program. When we give our contacts, we'll engage with you. Yes.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Iremia. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Anna.
Okay, from where?
I'm calling from Maso.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay. Now, my issue, I don't have any issue. The only issue I have with the NEPA people is that they refuse to give us supply.
Okay.
As I'm talking to you now, if we don't have lights since on Sunday, they will bring it for last only 1 hour. So sometimes it's not going last up to 1 hour. I'll never see the light again.
Mr. Anayo, where did you say you are calling from?
I'm calling from ASO.
ASO. Okay. Have you complained to the distribution company concerning this lack of supply?
I went to the office.
Also, what did they say? What did they say? Did you complain in writing? Did you complain in writing?
I don't need to comment on writing because I went to their office. I meet with one of the staff there.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Because I believe if the NEPA did not have hands in all these things, I think the AEDC, they are compromising in some areas.
Okay. Your complaint is...
We have filling stations. We have filling stations in our area.
Okay.
So due to there will not be lights, people will go and buy fuel to use in their house.
Okay.
That is very, very wrong. We will not have lights in ASO.
Okay.
I think people are listening to the program. They will still call again about this ASO area too.
Okay. All right. Your complaint is, your feedback is taken concerning your lack of supply of electricity. Why I wanted to find out is in case you have a ticket
I have prepaid meter.
No, I'm not saying prepaid meter. I'm saying that if you have a ticket of complaint you have filed to them, because that will serve as an evidence to us as a commission to know that you have engaged with them. Okay. You understand? And that's what, yes, that's what we advise consumers. You understand? So that if you have written them now, I will have asked you for the acknowledged copy so that I will help you in engaging with the distribution company. But as it is,
I will do so, and I will forward it to this number. I hope this number is also on WhatsApp.
No, we are going to give you the FCCPC number that is on WhatsApp so that you do that.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay, so please stay active to the end of the program so that you can get the number. Okay, Mr. Anayo Ogochukwu.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm Mrs. Mercy from Sabose.
Okay, Mrs. Mercy, welcome to FCCPC Hour. Please go ahead.
Okay, this is my second time of calling.
Okay, you're welcome.
I called the last time that my area in Sabose, Shoma particularly, we don't have, they say that before we passed in here, they say that transformer cost us about 3 years or 3 years back. So, of which when we came, we asked that the now one of the shaman, they said so they are planning on, they are reaching to Abuja try to get another transformer.
Okay.
Then I called, when I called, they said if they have written the letter that if I can send the letter down to WhatsApp line. So later I want to get the letter, so I wanted sending down the letter to WhatsApp line. I now call, the shaman now met us that okay, they have released the transformer, but they needed to buy some wire. So it is out to contribute some amount of money. So, are you with me, ma'am?
Well,
yes,
with
with you.
Okay, that we should contribute money. So, that the transformer is already available, but they are waiting to buy the wire.
Okay.
So, we now contributed about 5,000 each house. So, up till now, it was November last year, up till now, we've not seen the transformer, we've not seen anything. So, when I heard this thing, the FCPC are responsible for the details. So I was wondering, why do they ask us to pay for wire when the transformer is all here, the DC is all here, and we are not seeing anything up to now, and the rest of robbery in this area is much.
Okay, Madam Mercy, so that we give other people too the opportunity to call. I'm sorry about your experience. What you need to do after this program, you need to call so that I will speak with you, and then we'll see how we'll resolve this complaint. You know, it is not your responsibility to even first of all contribute money for all of those things, but we shall engage to ensure that supply of electricity is returned to your environment. So ensure that you reach out to us. After this program, I'll give our official line, then you personally speak with me so that we'll see how you give me further details, you know, with a complaint. We need to immediately engage the distribution company concerning what you have said to us.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, thank you for for calling, Mrs. Mercy. All right, your number is 090-9930-1011. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us?
From John.
Okay, your name is?
Is that the chief Kingsley? Please, I want to contact you through some problems that I have, but I don't have the real number. I'm trying, your line is not going. It's only different that I'm trying is going.
Okay.
I don't know how to contact you.
Please, ma,
My husband.
you have to call us after the program because we are currently doing a program, FCCPC Hour, okay? So you call us after the program. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Please step away from your radio or any gadget you're monitoring this program.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Please, I'm complaining about Rafikemi.
Your name is?
It's last year. I'm complaining from Rafikemi. I've transformed my death tablet. Since last week, since last year, they don't do it.
Please, what's your name? What's your name, please?
Daniel Ajayi.
Daniel Ajayi.
Yes.
You're calling us from where?
From Rafikemi Kutumboro.
Okay, Rafin Senyi.
Kutumboro Airport Road.
Okay, please, what's your complaint?
We have a problem of transformers since last year. That is 4 months plus now.
Okay.
The transformer burn.
Okay.
They don't do anything.
All right.
Mr. Daniel, have you written to the distribution company? Did you write to them?
Yeah, our community write to them, to the office.
Okay. So after this program, I will expect that you will escalate this complaint to the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. You have to attach, yes, you have to attach the acknowledged copy of the complaint you have filed with them so that the commission will provide intervention. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel Ajayi, for calling. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, let's take this one. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Please kindly turn down the volume of your radio or your TV.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Turn down the volume of your radio.
Hello?
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling us from? Okay, we will have to take another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Welcome to FCCPC Hour. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Mr. Wachuku. I'm calling from Aso Maraba.
Okay, Mr. Nwachuku, we're all ears. We're listening to you.
Yes, my complaint is this. Since 2014 that I passed into this area, this Aso, we have been on load shedding till date. So I don't know, when are we going to go away from this load shedding? And this load shedding is not something to write home about because it's just merely 3 hours. Electricity, maybe in the whole day at times, 4 hours, or 4 hours in the morning,
Okay.
4 hours at midnight.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Nwachuku. Please hold on for Mrs. Bridget.
Okay, Mr. Nwachuku, I'm sorry about your experience, but what I need to know, you have to know the tariff band you are assigned, because if you are assigned on a tariff band, the tariff band you are assigned is what will determine this number of hours of supply you get. And like we've said, just to a recap of the tariff, the different classes of tariff. If you are assigned on tariff band,
Excuse me, ma. This tariff ban of a thing,
Yes,
does
sir.
it mean that we will remain like this?
Mr. Nwachuku, some of these questions are questions that the commission will not be able to provide an answer. The reason why we cannot provide an answer is because the electricity industry, has both a foundational and fundamental problem. And what the commission has always tried to ensure is that you don't even pay for what you did not consume. And do you understand?
Sorry, I've got to go far. If so be, please let people bring the AEDC management. At least in one of these programs, let them come and answer questions by themselves. You see now, you said that you don't have answer to this thing that I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
It's so annoying. Our business in the area has collapsed.
But I want to respond to you so that so that you understand. Let me respond based on what I know. Do you understand? Like I was trying to explain to you about the tariff band classification, so that you will know. And this tariff band classification is also done by the AEDC. For example, if you're on tariff band A, you are expected to be getting a minimum supply of 20 hours on a daily basis. If you are assigned on and these 20 hours we are talking about cumulatively, it's not as if they will give you, like, let's say from 7 a.m. till the light must be consistent like that. It's a cumulative of the supply that they are expected to give to you within 20 hours. So if you have a complaint, for example, if you are assigned on tariff band A and then you are not getting 20 hours on a daily basis, the commission can provide intervention in that regard.
Exactly.
If you are assigned on tariff band B that you are expected to get 16 hours on a daily basis and you are not getting it, the commission can provide intervention. That's why I want to really know Do you understand? In as much as I said I don't have an answer when it comes to load shedding, do you understand? It's not as if there's nothing that the commission cannot do.
Exactly.
But we want to first of all understand the point at which you're coming. Let's even understand whether you know your tariff. So if your tariff is like band A,
if we are on tariff on band Z, so that's how we went.
no, there's no band
no
Z.
band Z.
If you are on band, Oga, Oga, what? Okay, let me even ask you. Do you know your tariff first of all?
I don't know my tariff.
So,
on tariff Z, we're supposed to have at least, even if it is 12 hours of just giving a day, it's okay.
Mr. Nwachukwu.
We need to have a conversation.
Mr. Nwachukwu. We know that you are angry right now, but please, first of all, we want to sincerely apologize for what you're passing through. But you should know that FCCPC is trying to help consumers have a transparent discussion and engagement with their distribution company. So it is now you to please calm down and explain to her what it is you're having, what problem you're having. We know that the problem you're having is that you're having load shedding, and also you're having like 4 hours of light. Now, with the knowledge I got from Mrs. Bridget, you know, sometimes why you fall under this tariff ban, it's how do I put it?
You're not cheated. You understand?
You're not cheated, yes.
You're not cheated. If you are, for example, we don't even want you to be paying for what you don't consume. Do you understand? Like you are now, that you are not getting supply. If we know that they are not giving you the supply of the tariff they assign you with, we provide intervention. I don't know whether you understand. First of all, if you know your tariff, and then they are not giving you the supply of what they promise to give to you, it becomes a subject of our intervention. So that's what we are saying. If they, for example, they assign you on tariff band A, and then what they are giving you is that 3 hours you are talking about, that's where we need to provide intervention. But if you are not understanding us, do you understand? We will not get there.
Yes.
Yes. No, you don't need to. Mr. Nwachukwu, you don't even need to wait till next week, Monday. I'm going to give you our official line where you can even call, and then you personally speak with me again. And I'll continue to provide this education. And the commission will provide the required intervention.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Okay.
Mrs. Bridget, I'm so sorry. We have a call, but I want us to really get this straight. You know, there was a time you were explaining that, for instance, now, if you fall under tariff band E, that is the available power supply that place can get. And
yes.
So he now probably thinks if he's in tariff band E, they are supposed to get light that tariff band A is getting. They should know that the power supply cannot give them the 20 hours that of tariff band A. So I think the AEDC should do their work by explaining to them, okay, this is the reason why you fall on tariff band EO, because this is the
based on this is what the AEDC can supply
your community
or your environment. You know,
thank you.
You know what, we keep doing this, and I believe that Mr. Nwachukwu really does not understand some of these things, because if he does, he wouldn't have been speaking the way he is doing. And to be honest with you, I even understand consumers. All of us as electricity consumers will even choose to have 24-hour supply of electricity.
Absolutely.
But like we've always said as a commission, the problems of electricity industry actually is both foundational and fundamental.
Exactly.
And it is not what the commission will be able to resolve. What the commission does is to resolve individual consumer complaints. Like, for us, we have said as a commission, we don't want consumers to pay for what they did not consume. And all this intervention you're seeing is as a result of the several engagement the commission has been doing in the electricity sector. And that's why we're saying that if they are giving you supply of electricity of 4 hours, a minimum, because this tariff classification is minimum, it means that they can give you beyond 4 hours, for example, if you're on tariff band E. But the minimum you should get on a daily basis, if you're on band E, is 4 hours. If you are on band D, you should get a minimum supply of 8 hours. If you're on band C, you should get a minimum supply of 12 hours on a daily basis. And then if you're on band B, you should get a minimum supply of 16 hours on a daily basis, and then band A, 20 hours on a daily basis. And so if, for example, you're not getting those supplies, it is expected that the distribution company will even downgrade you to the supply of electricity they are able to provide. That is the regulation. We don't even want a situation whereby consumers are cheated. And that's why we try to come to this platform to empower you to demand and insist on your rights whenever you are being shortchanged. Engage with this distribution company in writing. Because the commission wants a situation whereby when you have engaged with this distribution company in writing and then they fail to do what they are expected to do, you escalate to us, and then we'll ensure that you get your complaints get redressed in line with the regulation. Because I've told you that electricity industry is that which is highly regulated. Nothing happens in the electricity industry without regulation. So let us understand this, so that at every given point, as we're empowered as electricity consumers, we demand and insist on our rights. And I tell you that if, for example, you write to the distribution company that, oh, you have been assigned on tariff band A, and the supply of electricity you get is, for example, that of tariff band D, and you tell them that the Fccpc have told you that if the distribution company will not be able to meet up with their obligation of giving you 20 hours, it is expected that they will downgrade you to the minimum supply they are able to meet in your environment. I tell you that you will not even need to bring a complaint to us. The distribution company will even provide redress on their own if you engage them from the point of knowledge that you have acquired from the commission.
Okay, thank you very much. Quickly, Mrs. Bridget, let's take 2 more calls so that you can announce the phone numbers and any other information that our consumers can get in touch with you. Okay. Hello, good morning. All right, the number is still 090-9930-1011. Hello, welcome to FCCPC Hour.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, please turn down the volume of your radio or TV. Okay, thank you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Nasarawa.
Okay, which part of Nasarawa?
Kefi.
Okay, welcome. Okay, please go ahead.
I have my complaint is that we pay to pay meters since last year May. And up to now, we haven't got it to pay meter, and we have been follow us. If we go there, we say the ground to pay meter is not on ground. And this year, they bringing it almost since last month, the last 3 months.
Okay.
We haven't been getting light. We get like 1 hour and 1.5 hours or 2 hours. Like yesterday, we got light. Another car after 11, then we carry another car after 1.
Okay.
And up to now, we don't have light.
Okay.
And then how we have been continuing, and it's more like if they didn't bring like the next month, bill will come down, bill will not come down, bill will be increasing. We don't understand.
Okay. Madam Jumai, I'm sorry about your experience, and I'm taking your complaint very, very serious. And this is because, in line with the regulation, once you have paid for a meter, you're supposed to be metered within 10 working days. So with that, I will have to engage with you after this program. You will be providing us with details of the payments you made for the meter, so that the commission will provide intervention. So just continue listening to us. We'll give out our platform on how you reach out to us. But for your meter issue, we'll engage with the distribution company immediately. And the other part of your complaint, which is about overbilling, I also advise you to write a letter of complaint stating this fact, that a reconciliation should be done on your behalf. I think that helps. Yes, so I think that you're welcome. So I think that it is time for us to give out our platforms so that the consumers will be able to reach out to us.
Okay.
For those of them who have escalated their complaint to the distribution company and are still dissatisfied, they can escalate it to us. Okay. And for those special complaints like that of Jumai that will need to provide intervention, because from what she has said, the time has elapsed. Exactly. So she will need to engage with us also immediately after this program. So if you want to visit the commission physically, if you are in Abuja, you can visit us. We're located at number 23 Jimmy Carter Street, Asokoro. We are located at number 23 Jimmy Carter Street, Asokoro. If you want to file your complaints physically with the commission, and if you want to send in your complaint to us using our email address is contact@fccpc.gov.ng, contact@fccpc.gov.ng. And if you want to interact with the commission on our social media platform, it is the same for X, Instagram, Facebook. It is at FCCPC Nigeria. At FCCPC Nigeria. And also, if you want to also file your complaints using our website is www.fccpc.gov.ng. Sorry, www.fccpc.gov.ng. I'm sorry, www.fccpc.gov.ng. Let me say it again.
Yes, exactly.
www.fccpc.gov.ng. That's our website.
Yes, and the contact.
If you want to also engage with us on our electricity dedicated phone number, that is just for our electricity. Because of the priority we've given to electricity, we have a dedicated phone number, which is 081 19 87 77 85. 081 19 87 77 85. You can send us WhatsApp on this, our dedicated electricity phone number. You can send us SMS. You can also call us. But remember, if you call us now, it won't be picked because I'm still on air. I'll be the one to even respond to your call. And our advisor, if you call and we're not picking at any point in time, just kindly send us WhatsApp. And the number again is 081 19 87 77 85.
Thank you. Let's take this call. Hello, welcome to FCCPC Hour. Yes, morning, welcome to FCCPC Hour.
Thank you. This is Christopher from Online.
Okay, Mr. Christopher, welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Some of our listeners are confused. Why do I say so? Most of them are thinking that it's a agency representative at the studio. Remember that this intervention is coming from a different organization entirely. I want them to tell them the difference between FCCPC and the AEDC.
Okay, sir.
So that the lawyers will not be coming directly to FCCPC. So I'm calling with anger because they are bitter over AEDC. That is my observation.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher, for your observation.
Talk about meter. You see, there are some houses that have that old analog meters, and the government wanted to change it for them. And most of them now don't have access to changing of that old analog meters. Will they still change it, or should they go and buy another meter?
Okay.
And my second question is that that mass matrix meter, meter that they promised before, there's a way that the British call it, that is supposed to sell for people free. Is there still hope for people to get it? That's my two questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Christopher Inkem.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Christopher, as always. You are talking about the analog meter. What I can say to you when it comes to if a meter is functioning, you understand, and then the distribution company feels that the meter is no longer supposed to be in use, it is the responsibility of the distribution company to really replace a meter that is not functioning the way it should. I'm not even aware of the analog meter you're talking about, Mr. Inkem. I'm aware of postpaid meter. So if there's any meter that the distribution company feels that is not working, but is still serving the consumer, they have the responsibility of replacing that meter. And the other meter you're talking about, I'm sure you're talking about the national mass metering. And the national mass metering has not commenced yet. But as soon as they commence the distribution of the meters, that's free meters, on the national mass metering scheme, when we become aware as a commission, we also bring it to your notice, so that, and then because we've always said that when this when the distribution company is distributing these meters, they should also inform the commission on their distribution modalities, so that the commission the commission is interested in knowing how many meters have been assigned to, like AEDC for instance, or even a co-distribution company or any distribution company for that matter, and want to know whether consumers actually get those meters. So for now, we're not really aware, but we will engage with the direct sector regulator, which is the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. If whatever they are commencing, will also inform consumers, so that consumers will also give us feedback whether they have gotten these free meters at any point in time. But what we're aware that is available is the meter asset providers, where consumers will need to key in, make payment, and then when you make payment, it is expected that you'll be metered within 10 working days. And that's just the one that we're aware of for now.
Okay. And then Mr. Christopher was of the suggestion that you should clear the airways, that people should know that you're coming from FCCPC, not AEDC, because the anger is usually directed at AEDC.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
truly.
exactly.
You should know that this is your Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission that is bringing you this empowerment, that is bringing you, this education. It is the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, not the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. And for saying this, the commission will engage with Abuja Electricity Distribution Company to also come on this platform to also talk to you about certain questions that you have. Exactly. The commission will ensure that Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, also feature on this platform to talk to you as electricity consumers, because to say it honestly, they have a responsibility of educating you as your service provider. Exactly. So the commission will engage them, and then they will be here with us to ensure that you get the knowledge that is required from them.
All right, let's take the last call. Hello, welcome to FCCPC Hour.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Chris, calling from Dakwa.
Okay, Chris from Dakwa, please go ahead, but kindly turn down the volume of your radio, and you need to find a place that your network will be clearer. Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear now, but you're still close to your radio. Hello, Mr. Chris. You're still close to your radio, so just step away from your radio.
Step away, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, I want to ask, how can I get the meter, and how much is it now?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chris.
I have one other question.
Okay.
When I get for it, can I get it instantly in the office? Because I'm wearing declaration, I need to wait for another 1 week or a month before I can get the meter applied. So I want to know, where can I get it? How much is it?
Okay, Mr. Chris from Dakwa. Yeah, like I said earlier, if you were listening to us, you will know that we said that there is a regulation in respect of the meter asset providers. When it comes to meter asset providers, the regulation is that once you make payment, and before you even make payment, the distribution company must ensure that the meter is available. So once the meter is available, and then you follow the normal procedure, it is expected that when you pay for a meter, you should be metered within 10 working days. That is the regulation. It's not like when you pay for a meter, you are metered instantly. You are metered in line with the regulation of 10 working days. I know that there was a time they were doing mobile metering. During that mobile metering, that was when you could get instant meter. But based on the regulation that we have, that program they had was to just, escalate what they are doing. Do you understand? To just show that they could be able to do it even within the stipulated regulation, as in, because the truth is that once you have made payment, before you even make payment, it is expected that those meters are available, and it is even an offense such to say that if the distribution company goes ahead to take your money when they know that they don't have meter. So, but based on the regulation, once you have paid, you should be metered within 10 working days. So what the amount, yes, the amount, I will not be able to tell you the amount of the meter, because it is based on the assessment of your property that will determine how much meter you will need. You might need a single phase, you might need a 3-phase. So I will advise that you visit the nearest. I said I'm advising that I won't be able to tell you how much it will cost you. You should visit the nearest business unit of your distribution company, or if you call us after this program, we'll be able to guide you, and then you will be metered if you have your money. You may do well to call us or send us WhatsApp. We'll be able to guide you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chris from Dakwa, and that's all we can take on the program, the FCCPC Hour. Do not forget, Mrs. Bridget has already mentioned the different platforms you can get in touch with them. You can go to their physical office if you want to make further inquiries. You can also reach them on their social media website, their Facebook, their Instagram and Twitter, which is now X, and also the email address is there for you to send in your complaints or any other further inquiries you want to make. And as well, the dedicated electricity line, which was specifically dedicated for this program and for our electricity consumers. You have the phone number in case you want to call, and which she said after the program you can get in touch with her for further inquiries and questions. Our phone is still ringing, but if you check the time, we just have limited time now to end the program, so you can explore any of these platforms to get in touch with her to get further inquiries or any question. Okay, yes, thank you very much, Mrs. Bridget, for doing justice to the topic, responsibilities of consumers. You also have a responsibility, yes. So it's not just one-sided that people think everything has to do with the electricity distribution company. It's your right, and then your right has been trampled upon, yes, and also this is the responsibilities of the electricity distribution companies. You are just there. No, now it's vice versa. You know your own responsibility as a consumer. The electricity distribution companies know their own responsibility. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bridget, for doing justice to today's topic.
It's always a pleasure and my delight to always be here.
Yes.
I told you before that what we want is for consumers not to really pay for what they did not consume. And for the distribution company, what we expect from you is adherence to the regulation that is stipulated by the laws. Let me put it that way. That's just what we want. We want you to adhere to regulation. We want you to be transparent in dealing with electricity consumers. And then the economy will be good for all of us.
All right, it has been the FCCPC Hour on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, the station that redefines broadcasting, brought to you by FCCPC with the support of MacArthur Foundation. Please join us next week, same time, same station, with Mariam Mbaka and Mrs. Bridget Etim. Good afternoon and enjoy the rest of the program.